Boom. Well, let's hope they all get through turn 1 safely, because that can be a hard spot.
Yeah, no heroics into Saint Devant, right?
Yeah, it's the one. That's what Jeff tells us. Just a moment for the guys to sort out their strategy, fuel levels.
Right.
It looks like it could be full wet, doesn't it? I see standing water on the track on the tarmac.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think we'll find out for sure here in just 7 seconds. But
I haven't done a long run in the rain. I wouldn't be surprised if you could nurse a set of full wets all the way through the race. They look like, is that blue or green? I can't see.
I see blue.
That's full wet. Wow.
Yeah, let's see. I can get the tires pulled up here. Yep, full wets all the way up the field.
Well, if it was a war of attrition in the dry, take that on steroids for the full wets.
Right.
Passing will be super tricky. So you can, in a sense, you can go as slow as you want through the corner, as long as you're positioning your car in the right place. And it will be very difficult for anyone to get past you unless they're willing to take a huge risk. So it's slow and steady is, I think, the way to win this now.
Yep. Yeah, that's my strength here at this track, is just making that car very, very wide.
Yeah. Alonso in Hungary style.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I mean, I guess you've got into turn 1 with the DRS, but that straight's so short to really get alongside. It's very difficult. Maybe coming out of or taking the right before you get to the casino chicane. If you can get on the inside and try and sneak through there, or after the tunnel perhaps. But all those, I mean, they're not easy at all. And if you get it wrong, you can certainly jeopardize your race and the guy you're racing.
Yeah. Yeah. Care and caution to be taken here, for sure.
Let's see.
They've already made it around, starting to form up.
Yeah. I would expect, although these are all very quick, very good drivers, I would expect to see a number of DNFs in these conditions.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it's to be expected. Alright, I think we are formed up and we're about to get ourselves underway. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away we go. Getting off the line. Looks like Ankbank getting a good start. Yuppie pushed off a little bit. Ooh, big spin for Stevie the TV. Probably got a little bit of contact there.
I think him and Yuppie just made a little bit of contact.
Yeah, I would say so. Yuppie kind of got pushed out a little bit there.
I just saw Disgruntled take a wing loss as well, going up the hill.
Yeah, it looks like Tambar dropping back quickly. He's stuck in a barrier.
Tambar's round. Yeah. A little messy, but I mean, it's to be expected. There's no grip out there at the moment. So Angbag leads from impossible. Suzuki down to 3rd, Frosty up to 4th, Yuppie down to 5th, and Mo Power in 6th. And it looks like those 3 have got a little jump on everyone else.
Yeah, they didn't get caught up as much in the little front wing mess here. Looks like Yuppie picked up a corner cutting, as well as Monkey, JH. Yeah, it's wet. They're all kind of running through that chicane.
And if you've got any damage trying to brake, or if you brake too late even to get through that Nouvelle chicane, you just end up aborting, going straight through and taking the penalties sometimes.
Yeah, it's better to take a penalty than to ruin your race. Looks like Grumpy has DNF'd. I don't know if we can get a view on what's going on there or not. Doesn't look like it. Ankbank will be the next to come around. So
yeah, at the back, I think he just
probably got a little wide. Yep.
Into the wall on the outside. Yeah.
Ooh, a little contact up here at the front. Ankbank and Impossible Bacon getting into it. Impossible Bacon backwards at the top of the hill. That's a scary situation. Thankfully, we do have...
Let's just... Thank God for ghosting.
Yeah, we have the ghosting on for this one. I figured it would make for a little bit better racing than with it off, so...
Bacon trying to do a lap in reverse, that would be quite a spectacle.
Yeah. It'd be like Tow Mater from the Cars movie, right?
Yeah.
Back to our days as kids.
Oh, Frosty goes for it down the inside. Oh no. And Yuppie's round as well.
Yeah, Yuppie's sitting in the chicane, getting out now.
Yeah.
But it looks like that wing is gone. Oh, that's Yuppie back into the wall. JH close behind.
That's a DNF. It's so difficult. Sector 2 and 3, if you are missing a wing, it's so difficult to get the rotation. You end up just ping-ponging, bouncing like a pinball around the track, the walls, and it usually ends up with a DNF next to your name.
Yep.
And lucky for Yuppie, had good pace.
So we've got a few... Cheeseheads retires. Looks like
And disgruntled.
And that's a virtual safety car. But they got tied up in the back there around Sector 2. See if Tambar can give us a good view of what's going on.
He's just passed them.
Ah.
Unfortunately. So both the Mercedes, Yuppie and disgruntled. Two guys who would have been certainly looking for big point finishes out the race. Super consistent as well. And I think we'll see a couple jump in for wing changes.
Mm-hmm. It's the best time to do it. Well, I guess a real safety car would be the best, but... So this is not a bad time to go through our heroes and zeros. Our heroes would be Oscar, up 13 positions from the back of the back of the pack. Deno also up 10 positions. And excluding our DNFs, it looks like Stevie, Impossible Bacon, and Tambar are the three that just took in the pits, down 8, 10, 8 respectively. But we're back to green flag. Suzuki getting a 5-second off the bat.
Just at the back of he's at the back of that front 6 who are in a Oscar behind him, who are all being dragged along by Suzuki. Frosty pits. And then there's a bit of a gap back to Jesper. Already the field's quite spread out, isn't it, after just 4 laps?
Yeah, we've had some craziness already, which Monaco in the wet, that's kind of what you'd come to expect.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's Suzuki has had an incident.
Had a little bit into the side there. The wing looks okay.
It looked like it. I saw some wing from someone, unless it's... And Frosty's actually gone onto the intermediates. I wonder if it's drying up or he's just rolling the dice.
That's an interesting choice. I know we had Amazon earlier, Amazon telling us that it was going to be wets. Either a 1 or a 2 stopper with just wets. So
just watching Frosty, it looks like he's done that too soon. That it looks like it's the wrong tyre, to be honest. He looks a bit slippy. Yeah, I found that with the Amazon predicted tyre strategies, they never take into account changing weather. So whatever it starts on, it seems like it's going to stay.
Mopawa coming in early. Looks like to maybe repair some wing. Yes, and serve a penalty. Also going on to the intermediates.
And he's stacked. He's stacked behind Suzuki, who's doing the... Or Suzuki's stacked behind Mopower, sorry.
So you know what? I think Jeff's...
change and everything.
I think Jeff's made a call, because all these guys in the pits are going on to intermediate tires. So I think Jeff's made a call here, and it may not be the right call, but Jeff's made a call, and everybody seems to be following it, so...
Well, Frosty did look a little sketchy. I mean, obviously the track will start to, you know, as the cars drive round, they kind of can create a little bit of a dry line. But it looks pretty heavy.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly the motive here.
Race leader at the moment is Destroyer, with Cheryl Shaft in the Williams chasing him down. That's the closest on track.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a driver's eye view from Cheryl Shaft here.
And it'll be interesting just monitoring that gap. Frosty's 7 seconds behind Jesper and 11 behind the leaders. Whether that starts to come down on his intermediates. He's the front intermediate runner, and it looks like it is actually. Maybe we have seen the crossover.
Well, it looks like something going down in Sector 2.
Destroyer pits from the lead. And if he hasn't got damage, I think we must be...
I think it was a move for the intermediates. Let's see.
Yeah,
Let's see if we can catch
his
this up.
Tires.
Yep. Jesper in behind him for the same thing. So let's see if...
Those shares continuing.
Let's get our tires up here. Yeah, so the field's pretty much split between inters and wets now. We did get Yuppie informing us that it's supposed to be full wet for at least another 30 minutes. But apparently Jeff disagrees.
Well, let's see. Cher's got 12 seconds on Frosty. I wonder if that's going up or down.
Yeah, it'll be something to watch, and that'll really that'll tell the tale, won't it? Tambar picking up another penalty for corner cut, and it looks like that's a DNF from Tambar. Let's get back on board with Cher, because he'll be the next to see it. Oh, yeah. Tambar just not having a great race today, unfortunately.
And Cher's actually extending that lead, isn't it? I think it's probably either or.
Yeah, it looks like the gap's holding. I would say, yeah, if you're at a crossover, if it's not going to get... If the conditions stay the same, you're obviously better off to stay out. Keep your track position.
Yeah.
Frosty started to pull that gap way down when Cher got on the straight there. Half second over the course of the straight, so... We'll see. The inters could maybe be the move, but maybe Cher Shaft is thinking, you know what? I'll hold my track position. Maybe he thinks Frosty's going to put it in the wall somewhere, and he can just stay out.
Well, I guess if you're going and you're in a rhythm and you've got a nice lead, and Jeff's saying, "Hey, we're not sure which is quicker," then just stay for the moment.
Right.
But like I said, if it's only going to get drier, I'm always tempted to get on the tire as soon as possible because.
Yeah, and with our last two fastest laps being on the inters, it seems like they are definitely the quicker tire. Frosty starting to cut into Cher Shaft quite a bit now.
I'd expect to see him box. I'm on with Mopower, who's chasing down Jesper. They're nose to tail, but difficult to get past. Always difficult entering the tunnel when it's wet.
Yep.
Because obviously it's dry, but your tyres are wet, and you think you could go faster than you can.
It looks like J&H just put it in the wall at Saint-Avant. Trying to see if we can see any damage here. Oh, I'll share Shaft picking up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That will certainly affect his strategy going forward.
It's difficult, the pit entry, because there's no... You're sort of turning straight into it. To get your speed right is difficult. I'm always so slow around that penultimate corner anyway that I never have a problem, but you don't kind of have a braking zone to get down to the speed.
And so these fast laps keep coming in a good bit faster and faster each time. Yep. at least a few tenths. So the track certainly is, there's a dry line forming for sure for these guys to start putting in times like that on intermediate tires. So oof. We've had a good bit of action here, and we're only about 20% of the way into the race.
Yeah, 5 down, 14 to go. Who will be the last man standing?
Looks like not J&H. I think J&H just bit the dust in the third section, right around the swimming pool.
Yeah, who's coming around for that? Frosty.
Frosty's the next one up. Good thing we're already on it. The car's been cleared. Yep. Oh, J&H.
So just looking at the fastest lap, Oscar's got the fastest lap by 3 seconds, a 123. All the rest are 126s, or 125 from Monkey, but an incredible lap from Oscar at some point.
Yeah, Oscar must have been doing some practice.
Right behind Destroyer. Yeah.
Must have been doing some wet practice, because keep in mind now, Oscar started at the very back. Wasn't able to get a time in qualifying.
Incredible drive. And yeah, overtaking is so difficult, but sometimes you don't need to. Let the guys in front crash, pit, swap wings, and just move up through the rankings.
Yeah, well, that's the common thread that you hear. You know, run your own race. Don't drive somebody else's race because Destroyer getting a little loose there.
Oscar got through, and Alabata's gone. Coming out onto the start-finish straight.
Oh yeah, who's going to have a good view of that? Maybe Monkey?
Monkey. There he is on the left.
All kinds of carbon fiber in the road there.
Coming out onto the main straight is so... the car just feels like all the weight and balance is gone. It wants to jolt off in every direction. So it's always difficult getting onto that straight cleanly.
So Oscar's got 3 seconds in penalties. Still chasing down Frosty. He's closed about 3 seconds on Frosty since the overtake on Destroyer. So if Oscar can start building that gap, Oscar could be in a good position for towards the end of this race.
And another 3 seconds for Cher or Shaft. It's a shame. Oscar, yeah, look, he's the fastest man on track, isn't he? I think.
Oh yeah, without doubt. And especially not being pinned up behind Destroyer anymore. He's got the freedom to run.
Yeah, he's put 2.5 seconds between him and Destroyer already. It's impressive. Mopower still chasing Jesper. And Impossible chasing Monkey.
Yeah, Impossible getting close up on Monkey. Let's see if they... Impossible might be a little too far back to try anything into T1, but let's see what they can do here.
The game should give, if you've entered the lobby as a spectator to commentate, the game should still give you the weather forecast, shouldn't it, I think?
Yeah, I would think so. Maybe something to check in Race Director. So Oscar's now right on Frosty's tail. Almost pushing him through the corners. They enter the swimming pool section here. Frosty's picked up a penalty on the curbs there, so now they're on even footing. And Stevie's retired. Gone. Yep.
Coming out the chicane. I think Ankbank will show us.
Yep. Let's see if I can get to Ankbank quickly. Yeah, he's parked it in that barrier. That's a tight spot. Yeah. Drivers have to be careful coming through there.
Yeah.
Oscar's made the move here on Frosty, so now Oscar's got a full track to just run away with it. Let's see our gap to leader here. Yeah, so Oscar's probably got about 20 to 30 seconds, maybe more, of wide open track.
Yeah.
Let's see what he can do with it.
Possible, yeah.
So it seems like they formed a pretty tight queue from first down to sixth. Only 7.5 seconds covering that entire spread. Yeah. So that could put Destroyer in a good position if they can get around Cher's shaft.
Well, Cher's carrying 8 seconds worth of penalties, so Destroyer's got that got that benefit of not having any.
Oh, and
I just picked up for 3 seconds.
we've put the commentator's curse on him.
Curse.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, Destroyer. I mean, actually, having no penalties, so Jesper and Mo Power, it's not inconceivable that there's going to be safety cars, and a late safety car would put those guys with no penalties right in contention.
Destroyer pulling in. Looks like he's going to try to get some fresh tires and serve. I think he'll be able to serve that penalty. So maybe that's the intention here to dump that off, because you get stuck behind somebody, it's going to be hard to get rid of that 3 seconds. No, it looks like a wing change. Yeah.
Which I think it's probably a good idea. I mean, trying to run Monaco in the wet without your full wing downforce. I mean, it's pushing water uphill.
Mm-hmm.
You feel about as stable as Bambi on ice.
So now we've got Jesper and Mo Power Cowboy. The only two, well, aside from Monkey Pill, the only two running without penalties. So I believe they have a little bit of catching up to do, but they are right now in position to both be on the podium, just due to penalties.
And look at that. Oscar's got 7 seconds now on Cher.
And another commentator's curse, Mo Power.
Let's not mention Jesper or Monkey's lack of penalties, because what
yeah,
it means.
we'll save the Aston Martin team from us. I think theirs is the closest on track.
Behind. Mo Power's been right behind Jesper now for about 4 or 5 laps, but can't get through.
So do you think Mo Power Cowboy 96 has any relation to Space Cowboy 96? Think there's any correlation there?
He's his more powerful brother.
Ah, clearly.
I don't think so. They probably both just like NASCAR or other US motorsports that
yeah, there we
I
go.
don't really understand.
Mo Power, more power.
Here we go. Here's that. Yeah.
Oh, big dive!
Both of them.
Oh, and it didn't pay off.
Mo Power. I think he got too greedy there. He'd done Jesper, and then just get on the brakes and get around the corner, and he'd got the position, but he wanted to do Cher as well, and it wasn't quite enough. He ran out of track.
Yeah, especially in the wet, those brakes don't work quite as well as you'd like them to. So,
well, you can't just stand on them, can you? Like you can in the dry. You need to ease into a full brake, or else you just skid everywhere. So,
yeah, absolutely not.
He was having a great race.
So again, another blessing to have ghosting on, because that car was blocking that corner. There was no way anybody was getting through there. So it's like
9
Oscar
down,
coming in.
10 to go. Oh, Ankbank's got a drive-through, speeding under there.
So does
safety.
So does Impossible Bacon.
Unfortunate.
And add insult to injury, that 3-second time penalty for Ankbank.
Do you know, it's easier. It's a silly mistake. Drive-throughs, penalties for speeding under safety or virtual safety, but it comes up. You're thinking about your delta. You're thinking about your tyres. You're thinking about your strategy, and suddenly you look up and you're like, "Oh no, I've got 1 second to get 3 seconds back on the delta."
Yeah, I threw away a good result in China doing the same thing. I got so excited that there was a safety car and I was going to be able to do my pit strategy perfectly, and then Destroyer getting into Jesper there. There's got to be some damage from that. Yeah, that left end plate's gone.
I mean, you can see it. They just start ping-ponging off the walls, don't they?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's you hit one wall and you're guaranteed to hit the next 3.
It feels like that, definitely. And you can try and battle on, but you're just losing so much time, and you're so susceptible to another big crash that I just think it's worth getting to the pits, put a new wing on, and regroup, start again. I think something's happened with Oscar, because Suzuki now is only 2 seconds behind.
Let's get back on board, see if we see any damage. I see no damage there. I do know that Oscar was just in the pits not too long ago, so that could be the explanation there.
Okay, there we go. Sorry.
Let's see. Yeah, tire age of only one lap, which he just completed. So with the fastest third sector, by the way. So Oscar's clearly still hungry for some lap time. We've got a confirmation, from Space Cowboy that he is no relation to Mopawa Cowboy.
Okay.
So that's cleared up.
Just two friendly cowboys.
Yeah. Trailing the Wild West of Monte Carlo.
Exactly. In their big Stetson hats on their yacht. Where's my invite, Mo Power? Space Cowboy.
Yeah, a PRL end of season party on the yacht, perhaps?
Oh, shut the front door, Tack. I'll be there.
I've already booked my plane ticket.
I'm following the little chain. We've got Cher, Deno, and Destroyer, and it looks like Suzuki's just joined the party as well.
Let's see if we can get on board with Suzuki.
It looks like Deno is going for the move closest on Destroyer. No, not quite close enough. Cher has to get on the brakes to not go into the back of Deno.
Yeah, Destroyer a little too anxious to block there. Picks up another penalty.
Wait. He's still missing. He didn't. Oh no, he's going to the wall. He didn't pit like we talked about last lap. So he's now got 0 front wing. Trying to go through the fast swimming pool chicane is going to be messy.
Yeah, they're all starting to pile up. Deno doesn't want to make a move, and that stuffs everybody up. This is going to give Ankbank a good chance to get in this as well.
And Destroyer finally does pit, which opens it up for Deno. Cher and Suzuki. And Oscar back to 12 seconds in the front. Great drive by him. From last. Incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be coming up on Bacon here in just a few brief seconds. So.
I'm not sure how long the intermediates go. But I'd have thought new tyres now what's that, 23, 24 laps? No, maybe not.
Yeah, Amazon left us in the dark as far as intermediates go. Looks like Monkey Pill just made a pass on Ankbank. Maybe Ankbank was in the pits. Not entirely sure.
Yeah, Oscar just piling in the fastest laps.
He's screaming away with it.
And Cher still chasing Deno down. Can't quite get close enough.
Yeah, it seems as though Oscar definitely practiced in the wet. Seems to have really good control of the car here. The car's behaving for him. Just great work.
Looks very solid, doesn't he? Yeah, very, very comfortable.
Let's see, it looks like Suzuki's about to get some action here on Cher's shaft. Going up at San Devant. Great pass up on the inside. So, Nico, I've got some unfortunate news for us.
Uh-huh.
Space Cowboy did send us invitations to the yacht, but they were lost in the mail.
Yeah, that sounds like bullshit to me, Tack. I think we weren't invited.
This could be, yeah. I guess only Shep will know.
Only Shep and his conscience will know.
Yep. So another
spread out a bit now. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so now I was just gonna say we got another report from Yuppie that it might dry up a little bit towards the end here. So we'll see. We won't hold our breath unless it's maybe because we're going underwater here.
Jumping in the piscina.
Not.
It's still raining. It is still raining, so.
Yeah, definitely. I was trying to get
Shares
in on our shares come in.
He's into the pits.
Okay.
Must be wing damage because he's only had those inters on for 3 laps. Yeah.
Yeah, new wing going on. So it looks like Bacon on Ankbank is our closest. Ooh, taking a little bit of curve there, or a little bit of wall. But yeah, that better.
Bacon's fast though. He's going quickly. His laps are a second only to Oscar really at the moment. So I'd expect to see him catch the back of Ank pretty soon.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, could have a little train forming behind Destroyer here. Which probably wouldn't feel too good for Destroyer. We remember what happened last time he had a train form up behind him, and it was not great for his race.
No. It's, it's easy to say, hard to do, but you've got to not overdrive the car, especially in Monaco when you've got faster guys behind you. If you just keep it solid, hit your apexes, brake early, go through, but as I said, easier said than done.
Right.
The adrenaline, everything else the ego starts pumping, and you're like, okay, let's go faster, and usually ends badly, or for me anyway.
So the most interesting part of Oscar's race here is that he's about to catch up with Bacon and Ankbank, so we'll see here.
I think Oscar was Premier tier last season and dropped down, so we know he's quick, we know he's got the pace.
Sure.
Maybe the results weren't quite what he wanted last season, but this is mighty impressive. Oh, monkeys round.
Looks like went straight on into the pits, didn't bother.
Well, it's the best place to do it, isn't it? On the last corner, and then just roll into the pits and go again.
Yeah, why not?
Certainly better than doing it at Saint Devote when you've got to do a lap without a front wing, and then it's just dancing on a volcano.
So Oscar has set a fastest first sector. Again. Let's see who else we've got. Looks like we've got Jesper getting right behind Frosty. Let's tune in there.
I'm on with Suzuki, who's right on Deno as well. But ooh.
Maybe a touch closer than Jesper.
And Bacon has put up to the back of Ankbank. It looks like Ankbank's going to have to do a hell of a second half of the race if he wants to continue his podium streak.
Yeah, I think so. Well, Oscar's going to make this interesting too. Might put Ankbank a lap down here, so.
Yeah. They go up the hill. Suzuki right behind Deno.
Able to get it slowed down, doesn't run into the back, that's good.
Could he go for it down here on the inside?
No. I think he learned from
low power.
Yeah, learned from his teammate on that one.
Yeah. Oh, Suzuki coming out of that chicane every time seems to. The back end wants to kick away, and he does fantastic to keep the car under control.
Looks like Bacon's making the move on Ankbank, while Oscar's trying to slide through there. Car's not really making it easy for Oscar to get through. Will Share Shaft get out of the way? Share Shaft doesn't get out of the way of Oscar. Oscar just driving on through.
No.
Not really what we like to see, but
That's not how it. Ghosting off doesn't mean ignore blue flags.
no.
Sorry, ghosting on. Excuse me, doesn't mean ignore blue flags.
I've seen so many people make the mistake. I've just decided it's not worth correcting.
Yeah. On the vote, we're not 100% sure everyone knew exactly which way they were voting.
Yeah, that could be the case.
There's rumours that there's some people voted for what they didn't want.
Oh, Suzuki getting a little loose up the hill. Looks like he's got it under control, though.
Oh yeah, Cheryl Shaft gets another 3 seconds. It's him and Bacon and Ank are 3 wide going into the final corner. Ank kind of got squeezed out a little bit. Bacon chasing down Cheryl Shaft. Right on his gearbox.
See if I can get back to that battle. I'm going to watch it from Ankbank's perspective. Impossible wants to go up the inside.
Wow, great racing, guys.
Yeah, keeping it good and clean.
He's done it. Yeah, well done to both of them.
Ankbank going for a
down the
dive.
inside. And he gets through.
Made it work.
Yeah. Well, I'm pleased the 3 of them managed to battle. And no one lost a wing or an eye.
Yeah, hopefully we're not losing any eyes out here on the track.
Yeah.
So it looks like Jesper was not immune from the curse of penalties. Jesper's picked one up as well.
Yeah.
But impressive to go
Just
23
monkey.
laps. So
Jesper right behind Frosty.
yeah, I don't know if he picked up any damage on that bump or not. I don't think so.
They made contact, but I think it was maybe light enough for him to get away with everything intact.
Yeah.
Suzuki still right behind Deno. And Bacon managing to just put a bit of distance between Ank and Chen.
Yeah, we've got 2 interesting battles here. It looks like Suzuki
Suzuki's
made the
done it.
move.
There we go, going into the tunnel. I don't know if Deno had a sloppy exit.
Yeah, that would be my bet, because Suzuki put a lot of time there really quickly.
Yeah.
Ah, and they've rounded out the grid.
Well done, Monkey.
Monkey felt left out there.
Yeah. Great race by Suzuki. He really is. He's a great driver, very fast. He's had some unfortunate moments, but when it all comes together for him, he is lightning fast.
Yeah, this has actually been a great race for Suzuki. I remember, let's see, it was Abu Dhabi last season, of course, final race of the season. Probably not championship deciding, but Suzuki picked up 27 to 33 seconds of penalties, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
So
I think I remember that.
Not a great drive from Suzuki, but got a little refresher over the break, and comes back strong.
He went away. He went to tax driving school.
Yeah.
Picked up some tips.
Yep.
And here he is.
Stay within
way
the
back
white
in
lines.
Jesper, but yeah. That's what they say.
So do you think these 10 are going to finish? You think we're going to see any more retirements today?
Well, I think the track obviously looks a bit more drivable. It's still just raining, but I think there's a lot more grip around, and you can get into it, don't you? After 25 laps, the muscle memory, the feeling for the car and the track is increased. I think we're unlikely to see. We may do, but the first 5-10 laps are always a lot harder.
Sure.
You're still sort of, especially coming off a dry quali, you've just got no reference. Monkey just avoids the blue flag.
Oscar giving us another top time. Ooh, Jesper giving Frosty a little bump there. And something wrong in Sector 3. Looks like Monkey's got it sideways in the pole section.
Yeah, I saw him. I thought he was getting out of the way for a lapped car. And then I don't know if maybe he went too hard on the gas. Trying to
He's going to have to box for a new wing there.
Oh, Ank.
Oh, yes, Ank sideways. Just kind of passed it up there.
Just the... okay, yeah. On the... I'm not sure the name of the corner. The one before the big chicane, where Rosberg parked it.
Yeah, right across the... there's a bus stop, I think, just up there. So, not the bus stop chicane, but...
Let me get the names up. Mirabeau.
Mirabeau, there we are. So it looks like there's a retirement from Monkey. Just decided to hang up the helmet and go get warm, go get dry.
Yeah.
He can't be late to the yacht party that we didn't get invited to. Exactly. He's got an invitation, and yeah, that's what it is.
I saw a couple of grid girls hanging around his garage as well. So.
Yeah.
You know, Monkey. The Lothario of Tier 2. The closest battle, still Jesper chasing down Frosty.
Yeah, they've kept it close, but they've kept it clean. It's been fun to watch. Keeps you right on the edge of your seat.
Yeah. They both have the same 3 seconds, so it's car on track for the position.
Mm-hmm. Now, you think at some point Jesper's going to get desperate and just throw one up the inside there at Saint Devant?
I mean, yeah.
It takes a lot of discipline to drive behind the same car for 10 or so laps and not go for a move late in the race.
Exactly. Especially if you feel that you're quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to be patient. If you try and force it, you'll ruin 27 laps worth of good work.
It looks like Destroyer may have had a time through the swimming pool. See if we see any damage. Oh yeah, no wing there. Gonna bring that one in.
Can we see the number of stops everyone's had?
Let's see, let me bring that up.
Yeah, Cher, Ank, impossible of all, and this is Destroyer's fourth, and they've all had 4 stops.
Deno's had an issue, spun coming down to Mirabeau. That's a wing going. Oh, needs to be careful.
Yeah.
We've had some of our trackside reporters tell us that once that front wing is gone, those front tires become very, very vulnerable to just popping right off the axle, so gotta be very careful.
Yeah.
I suppose those are uprights.
Toe back and try and get to the pits, yeah. As it's Suzuki, I imagine we'll catch him before.
Yeah, I would think so.
Before he does get back.
Now, wasn't Suzuki a lot closer to Deno a little bit earlier in the race? Maybe fell back a little bit?
Yeah. He got past him, didn't he? They battled for ages and got past him, yeah. And then he's obviously had something happen.
Looks like, oh no, going around the
needs to be careful. He doesn't DNF though. It could be so easy to lose the car through here with no whip.
Yeah, just gotta take it slow.
Yeah.
So it looks like Frosty's pulled it out a little bit on Jesper here. There's some cars on dry tires. Some soft tire runners. Is this true? Yeah. There are soft tires on track right now.
Yeah, the back 4. Let's see how they are faring.
And Not too sure that that's the move right now, watching these guys on inters slip around, but... So who's left on the lead lap? Just the podium left on the lead lap, and it looks like Oscar's looking to maybe change that. We'll see if he gets a chance in 10 laps. Still got a ways to go.
He's coming up behind Ankbank, who moves over. Good driving.
Ooh, Jesper's sliding a little bit through there.
So it doesn't look like the soft runners are getting any closer at the moment. It does look like it stopped raining, though.
Yeah, the rain does look to have come down. Maybe they're just anticipating the intermediate drivers clearing all the water for them. Ooh,
Yeah.
Is that Ankbank? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's lost the front left. I don't think it's dry tyres just yet.
No.
I can understand the guys at the back thinking they've not much to lose, but perhaps a couple of laps early.
Yeah. Well, there's always something
raining.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I think it is still raining. I was just watching on Destroyer's screen around by the swimming pool, and it looked like there was still rain coming in there.
A few drops coming down. I would say, you're almost correct about there being nothing to lose, but every single driver out on track has two front tires, so maybe there is something to lose.
That's true. Most of the drivers, I think 6 of the 9 have got 100% ERS, so obviously no one's feeling very confident to really use the battery. Suzuki's down to 20%.
Yeah.
But the rest of them, Frosty and Jesper have used bits and pieces, but the rest of them I think are just staying off the button mostly.
I think Destroyer's put it in the wall at Saint-Amant. And takes it again at the bus stop.
And he has no wing.
It has no wing whatsoever. Yep.
As Jesper chases Frosty. And it looks like is that a lapped car they've gone past?
DRS is enabled. Incredible.
Okay. Well, they're just coming around to the pits now. I wonder if Jesper and Frosty will go in.
Yeah, I think Jesper's making the move for it. He's trying to get that strategy set. So we'll see. There's 8 laps left. I don't know that this is exactly the move. I know the DRS is enabled, but if Frosty never comes in, then Jesper's out of luck.
Yeah.
If I were Frosty, I would stay out. Because if he pits, that soft tire runner's definitely going to catch him and overtake. But on the intermediate tires, he can at least still continue to throw up a good block. So
yeah,
I would.
Frosty's inters are 19 laps old, though. I don't know. And if the track dries, he'll just shred those in no time.
Yeah, that's true.
Comes in. Suzuki's pulled the plug. He's going on. He's put another set of inters on. So maybe either that's a mistake, or it's still not as clear cut on the dries.
I'm gonna bet that it's a mistake. The track itself looks quite dry. There's a few drops on Frosty's helmet here, but I think that's just some residuals. I think dry tires is probably the way to go. But for Frosty, I don't think it's the way to go from a strategy decision. He's gonna go for it though. He's coming in the pits. So now we'll see. Let's get on board with Jesper, who's flying through the pool. This could be Jesper's shining moment here. Frosty goes on to the medium tires. Interesting choice there. Oh yeah, Jesper's got the move done. Oscar also taking to the pits, no doubt in an attempt to make sure he retains that fastest lap. Trouble in Sector 3. Looks like Bacon has done a spinner. Probably going to need a new wing there. Deno puts it in the wall as well. Yeah, those intermediate tires are just not working anymore. And Destroyer will take the fastest lap away from Oscar, but I'm sure Oscar's out for some revenge on that. Looks like we've got another driver. Yep, Deno into the wall on those intermediate tires.
Sorry, I think I muted myself.
Oh. Well, hopefully you didn't say anything too interesting.
No. Ever.
Suzuki has retired. I don't know if it's on track or in the pits. It looks like it could have been in the pits. But is that car coming back out? Yeah, that car's coming back out, so...
It's coming back out.
Unsuccessful retirement there. Fortunately, the end of the race. Hopefully it doesn't have too much of an impact on the drivers
Well, it looks
here.
like he went back in. So he put the inters on, came back, and I guess put the mediums on, wanting to put the softs on.
Wow, so Oscar putting in a 1:16. That's a full 7/10 faster than Jesper behind. Destroyer with a 1:14. That's a 1.4. Did I do my maths correct? Probably not. 1.6. It's faster. That's what's important.
1.6 seconds faster.
I see another... Oh, Suzuki's car has parked. Let's see if we can see it from Destroyer's view. Yeah, parked in the runoff of Mirabeau.
Well, lucky for Suzuki. He'd done well.
Mm-hmm.
And we're down to 8.
Yep, so we did have 2 more retirements since we last checked. We've got 5 laps, dry tires. Everybody's pretty much on even footing, except for Frosty on the mediums. Not sure exactly what the thought process is there, but I'll trust he's got one. He's got a fastest lap with him, so...
A mistake, unless he... I mean, what, it was 8? No, 7. Unless he went through all his softs in quali and didn't want to stick a used pair on and thought, let's just put some new mediums on.
Mm.
It's strange, because those softs can do, I don't know, 10, 12 laps pretty comfortably.
I didn't have that same luck with them in my own practice sessions. Maybe I pushed the car a little too hard.
Or maybe I don't push hard enough. Or perhaps a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B.
Sure.
Oscar with 9 seconds of penalties, but he does have a minute's gap, so I don't think he'll be worrying.
Yeah, I think Oscar's just out to gather fastest laps and see who else he can put a lap down.
What a drive.
Jesper coming into the pits, maybe to get another set of softs, try to continue to battle Oscar for that.
Mediums?
Oh, for mediums, okay. Maybe a wing change. Yeah, wing change.
They're all pretty well spread now.
Yeah, really
Cher
just...
and Impossible, both with 12 seconds of penalties. Destroyer and Deno 9, and Oscar 9. Jesper and Ank 6. And Frosty wins with just 3 seconds. Well done to him.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the penalties are going to impact anybody's race here.
No, the gaps are pretty big, aren't they? Oh, we've had...
Yeah.
Is that Impossible?
Yeah, it looks like sitting off the track. Any damage? Yeah.
Yeah.
Front wing gone.
Big damage.
It's going to be careful. I don't believe the Haas team has the budget for all those front wings. Have to siphon off more Mazepin money.
Mazepin, yeah. we changed. What do you think about faster lap as well? No, he's quick.
Didn't quite catch that. Your connection got a little stoppy there.
Say Monkey, sorry, Impossible Bacon. We know he's very quick. Put new softs on, perhaps he'll be looking to try and take the fastest lap.
Yep, I think that's the best thing to be looking at for now. Oscar's got it with a 10.2.
He just got skiddy. I'll tell you the danger of going for that fastest lap for what, 2 points is DNFing the car.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the cautious me would just be like, you know what, let's just try and bring it home.
Oh yeah, same.
Finish the race and I'll give myself a pat on the back. Anything else is a bonus.
Frosty not really getting out of the way of Oscar at all. We're gonna have to have a steward's briefing after about the blue flags.
Yeah.
Actually, with that, I believe Oscar has lapped the entire field. Yes. He's made it official.
Wow. What a drive. From last as well.
Looks like Deno and Destroyer maybe have a close battle here for us to watch. And they've got the same penalty, so this is definitely for position.
Well, this I guess is their last lap, because if they've both been lapped, this will be their final. Or is that Oscar? The 38 is Oscars, I guess.
38's Oscars, yeah. So they'll have 2 laps to go. Now on their own heads-up displays, it'll say that they're on lap 37 or 38. But
okay, yeah.
Yeah. So Oscars crossed the line for the last time. So these guys will get, I think, one more lap to battle it out.
The ERS is being used now.
Yep, here goes Deno on the outside. It's tight.
Round the outside.
Neither one of these drivers wants to give it up.
He's done it. Great overtake.
Yeah, and Destroyer doesn't have very many other opportunities to get it back. Maybe through the tunnel if he can keep it close, but I think if Deno gets a good exit, I think that's it. It's not the best exit.
Will you try it going into the chicane? No.
No, not enough space there. I'm sure we'd love to, though.
So Oscar's finished. Oscar has won the Grand Prix. What a drive. What a drive from last in the grid. Incredible. Yeah,
last to first challenge. Executed perfectly.
Frosty second. Congratulations.
Deno will hold off Destroyer there.
Yeah. A tough race. I mean, congratulations to all the finishers. Monaco in the wet is not. I know that's your sort of idea of a Thursday afternoon fun, but it is a tough. We know you love driving in the wet tack, but that is tough.
Yeah, absolutely. And I haven't done a solid amount of wet laps recently. Maybe something to get back into. But congratulations to our winner, Oscar. That will help him probably break into the top 10 in the standings, as well as pull AlphaTauri up. They were 9th in the Constructors. This is going to change that for sure.
Yeah, great drive.
Absolutely. Takes a bow, has all the respect. Spray the champagne. Luckily, the Prince of Monaco, who usually is up there, has cleared out. I know they're usually a little hesitant to spray the champagne and don't want to get the royalty all soaked.
Hey, careful. Ankbank and Bacon, 7 pit stops. Congratulations to them. Monkey 6. Wow.
Boy, a lot to get through on the race director. But, yeah. Well, I've been, I guess I still will be, but this is TAC Delta, and I'm paired by the great Nico John. We hope you enjoyed this race we had here at Monaco today. Hang about. We'll have Tier 2 starting here actually quite soon in just about 15 minutes, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Wow.
So, stay tuned.
That's the big one.
Yeah, exactly. Hang around, come see us go in circles and hopefully around the track and not in a single spot. And, yeah. Absolutely. We will see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.